Hi everyone, welcome to episode 96 of the Yarnivore Podcast. I'm Sadie. This is take 2. Grab some coffee. This is my annoyed face. But hey, it's Friday, and eventually everything works out. I'm sorry I didn't podcast last week. Aside from the head cold that you are hearing the tail end of, it was also my birthday and my anniversary. We went fishing on Saturday. Friday, the husband had the day off because he had to be at work on Memorial Day. So, yeah, it was just, we were celebrating, and then I got the head cold from Mount Doom, and now I'm recovering from it, but it still sucks. I hate head colds, particularly during allergy season. So we'll just mosey on past that. You're just gonna have to deal with this weird nasaliness and some throat clearing, maybe some coughing. Just be prepared. It's all going down. So let's start with the finished objects. I finished my May Desert Vista Dye Works 4th annual month club, the 4th annual Desert Vista Dye Works sock club. This is the Edward Scissorhands colorway, and it was right down to the wire. I think this is possibly because I had to restart the first sock. I think that really screwed with my mojo on these, but I have another pair and I'll wear them. And today's June 1st, which means I can start the next ones, right? Actually, maybe I should put these somewhere where I can actually access them. That might be smart, right? I might need to do smart things. The other thing was, now so far two couples back home that I know have both announced that they are having kiddos. So that meant the Knitting Mojo had to come around, and I went diving into my stash and I found I had 2 of these, so I thought I'll make these. Then I can decide which one I'm going to give to which. They're called Top This. They were put out by DMC. This is a leftover. They look like that on the thing. My mom got them and gave them to me a while ago, and so we have 2. And I made 1 so far because it's super bulky on a 5.5mm needle. And so this is the first one I finished. Now the owl bit does come off. It's actually got this like felt, or no, it's foam. It's a foam core button you put inside to tie it onto so you can take it off to wash, which I like. This is the smallest size, which is a toddler, so it's gonna be a while, but it's cold in Canada, so... Are you growling? Sassy sometimes will growl at Mouse, because Mouse tends to attack her. We're trying to break all of that, but it's slow going. She may just be snore growling, which I think might be what's going on, because she is kind of conked out. So, little cute finished hat. I also have one that's a rainbow and it's got a little flower on top. So I'll probably whip that one up. You'll probably see it next week. But hey, quick and easy, which I'm now going to put in here so that it stays pet-free. Not that it matters. I think it does for one, but not the other. Okay, so those are my 2 finished objects. I know. How do you not have more finished objects? I tell you what, because everything I'm working on is big. Kind of all over the place. Okay, so into the works in progress. In my yarn bowl, if I can get it out safely, which I can, out of the Diamond Luxury sock yarn, is the Sunset Highway sweater, which you have seen 1,000,001 times and are probably completely sick of. Don't mind it. I too am slightly sick of working on the body. I think once I hit an arm, I might be happier. I'm currently on a US 2.75mm needle, and you saw the progress. The yoke is gorgeous. The stockinette part is nice, and I have gotten I'd say it's probably, I'm gonna go with that's probably an inch of ribbing. It's a 3x1 rib, so it's not like super ribby ribbed. And it says to only do a couple of rows, but I'm gonna do 2 inches because I don't want it rolling. I actually do want it to suck in a little bit, just so, I don't like the roll. But that's where I'm at. So hopefully next week I can show it to you and it's like, here's a body and half a sleeve. This is by Caitlin Hunter, who is also Boyland Knitworks. And she's done 1,000,001 things that everybody has watched. No, Kachansky, this is not a toy for you. She's sitting over here like, hey, string. I know, my fuzzy butt. I know. So I'm still working on this, but my goodness, it's just, it is what it is what it is. I really went to town to get the socks done, and then I was like, oh, I could get this done, and I went to town on it for a bit, and then I was just like, so bored. You know, it happens sometimes. I know that once I am done knitting this ribbing on US 2s, which is probably my problem, I will care again, and I will just want to get the sleeves done, to have them done. But I might have to augment the sleeves, because I've looked at the sleeves again, and I don't like the way... So I don't have a picture to show you, which is crappy of me, I know. So you have the colorwork piece, and then you've got the knit piece, and then there's a super long ribbing piece. You're supposed to run the ribbing up so everything slouches, and it looks really cute and boho and whatever else, whatever adjectives you use for, you know, clothing that was probably very hippie, hipstery, but I don't want that. So I think I'm just going to knit it like a normal sleeve and a normal amount of ribbing. I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to go with the normal sleeve, a normal amount of ribbing. I don't want to like rush it. I hate having to push it up too much. And that is one of my qualms about the pomme de pin that I made. You make it super long, and then you have this super long... It's not super long, but to me it's super long because it's not your standard ribbing. It's a lot longer than usual, and you're supposed to either runch it up or wear it over your hand, but I end up folding it up, and then I still have to runch it up, so... Not a fan. Not a fan of that style, so I'm just gonna do my own thing, because that's what I do. I can never have too much coffee, can you? No, no you cannot. And then... to move the, I put everything in my bag to bring it in here to record, thinking I was so smart. You know what happens when you're not... Okay, here's the other one I'm gonna make. My mom got it at Fabricland in Canada a while ago, but there, see, it's cute. It's the other one I'm gonna do. Like I said, it took me an evening. I use my interchangeables. It's a US 5.5. It's just knitting and purling. I've seen them around. I know you can purchase them out and about, so they are quick little things, I guess is what you would call. The other thing that's gotten some work is the Breathing Space by Vera Valimaki. This is what it looks like, and I'm actually just going to leave this picture in here because I don't need it with the pattern. And this one, I am using a US 4 3.5mm needle, and you know, I originally thought this was gray, but it really is like this gorgeous kind of herbaceous celery-ish color. It was a gift from a lovely viewer who's super wonderful. And so I'm getting to the point, I think I have like 5 more increase sets before I divide the sleeves off for the body. And so the body, and I'm using my interchangeable Knitter's Pride Dreams. And there's my little sparkly poop from Truffle Shuffle. I'm also using these cute little, I love these ones. I got them from my friend Sue, I believe. I love them. They're just perfect for, I can't tell, I think I like dangly ones for the start and then minimal ones for elsewhere. So the lovely color is Herb. or herb. So calling it herbaceous is correct. It is an 80-10-10 Superwash Merino Nylon by Anzula. It's Anzula Squishy. And it is very pretty. And the stripes that are going to be happening soon are Quince & Company Finch, ooh, which is 100% American wool in the River colorway, and it looks like this. So I think these are going to be perfect together. I think it's going to be wonderful. I think it's going to be cozy. And yeah, there's just nothing to say. I look forward to having it when it's done. I have found that there have been a couple times where I've switched which increases I'm doing in the spot. I think I get confused. But I'm fine with that. I'm leaving it. I'm not going back to change my L1R or L1F. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. And that's living in my bird leg bags. This is a medium size super drawstring, I believe she's calling them. They're wonderful. They are canvasy. There's pockets inside. It's got the what is this called? Ribbing? No. You know what it is. Either way, I used to work in a fabric store. Can I remember that? No. It's right on the tip of my tongue. So that's the other big one that's seeing some work. Put that down there. Have a sip of coffee. So those are the two things I've been working on in terms of knitting. There has been a significant amount of spinning. So I showed you the bats that I had carded from stuff I got at Shepherd's Harvest a couple years ago. And I have finished the first bobbin. And I'm just picking random bats and spinning them. Some are very blue, some are very gray, some are very green. As you can see, here's the end of a blue one and a green one. And I have started the second one. I didn't bring it in to show you. I am hoping to get, I know it's going to plump once I wash and set the twist, but I think I can get a sport out of this. Or maybe a DK. Either way. I think it's very pretty. I think it's going to look really nice. It's got some really neppiness to it. It's going to be very tweedy. And yeah, looking forward to it. Sorry, there was a little pop-up. I hate those. And so yeah, that has been my spinning. Okay, now we have a little stash enhancement, etc. So we're gonna have some talks on stash enhancement. I understand if this is where you say goodbye. Although before you say goodbye, I will say I brought them in here. Yes, I did. Okay. The Flying V socks that I designed was test knit. This is what they look like from the side. It is live on Ravelry. It is for $3. And to celebrate it being live and getting back into the designing mojo, I am going to be giving away three designs, 3 patterns. That's the word. I will be gifting 3 patterns. So what we're gonna do is, since it's on Ravelry, you have to be on Ravelry. Sorry, that's just kind of one of the things, because that's the only way I can gift it to you. So in the thread for this episode, basically all you have to do is go join the group and type "me please," and then I will draw 3 people from during the next episode, which will either be 1 or 2 weeks from now. Hopefully 1, possibly 2. So if I were you, I'd get it all done this week. And I record on Fridays now. So till next Thursday, basically, you have to go and say "me please," and then I will draw and I will gift 3 patterns. And yeah, so I'm really happy with those. And now I can wear them more than just to model them. They're super simple, quick and easy, and they work with highly variegated yarns. There's little designs. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. Okay, now, if you aren't following me on Instagram, that's perfectly fine. But then you didn't see that yesterday I got my birthday box from a lovely friend of mine. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff because I'm super spoiled. And I figured I should run you through it in case you missed it. If you saw it and you don't want to see it again, feel free to just zoom on through. Oh, and before I start that, here is June's Desert Vista Dye Works that I'm going to be caking up and starting. I'm going with Design Base, which is 7525 Superwash Merino Nylon Stellina. This is the Frida colorway. I just figured it was super Juney. So that's what I'll be starting on that. So, oh, and she also knit me a shawl. It's a gorgeous shawl, and it's actually out of this, which is Creatively Dyed Yarns in the Edith colorway, which I love. Look at that. It's gorgeous blues and browns, and it's speckly, and it's wonderful, and there's some bready brown. It's 100% superwash, so I have a couple ideas for that, which you may see down the line. This gorgeous skein of La Holla, the Ba, and it doesn't have a colorway name, but it is gorgeous, and it's reds and pinks and this yellow, kind of like a mustardy yellow. Love it. And a skein of Niche, which I love, in the Finagle colorway, which I just love the name of, and it is a singles. And I think I have enough singles now that I could probably make something that just consists of singles, and it would be awesome. And it's purple, and I love it because I love purple. And this one, which kind of made me squee a little insanely, which is Fresh from the Cauldron, and it's Deadpool. Because every Canadian in her right mind, or their right mind, it's an 80/20 superwash merino nylon. The other one I believe is 100% superwash merino. Yeah, 100% merino for the single, and 100% superwash merino is the Holla and Deadpool. You can't go wrong with Deadpool. You can't go wrong with red and black. I'm pretty sure you can't. You can't. And this gorgeousness, which is Your Mom Knits, is the brand, and it's called Nathan, and it's 7.75 ounces of superwash BFL, and it's, if I show you on this side, it makes much more sense. But it goes from gray, the gray, to this yellowy color, to red, to blue, to red, to yellow, to gray. So it's almost like this like inversion. I love it. It's very squishy. And I have smished it many, many times. And I have an idea for what I might do with this. My spinning mojo is coming back, so this, and the Tour de Fleece is coming up. I might just have to, Tour de Fleece, guys. I might have to Tour de Fleece. And then this gorgeousness, which is from Yarnshire. And this, I am told, is a fractal spinning set of bats in the Galaxy Art Bat Set colorway. It's 4.6 ounces. Look at that. Look at that. Look at. Can you see it all? It's amazing. It's hand-carded merino, black BFL, silk noil, bamboo, yak silk, bombyx silk, and soft silk. Don't know what soft silk is, but it's very pretty. And it came with these little, they're a thank you poonies in the Cosmic Panda sample, which is adorbs, which I may just have to add because it's adorable. So I'm totally spoiled. And there were Tim Tams, which are Australian, as has been pointed out to me by everybody. So it's an honest mistake. Tim Tams are no longer with us. They were eaten. They were consumed. I think I have half a sleeve of one of them, but yeah, no, they did not last. These things do not last in my life. And I got coffee, which of course is yummy. And as you can tell, I consume a crap ton of coffee. So that was also yummy and nice. And yeah, The other thing I got was this month's pom-pom, because I am not in the UK or anything. It takes a little longer to get to me. And I was so inspired by a VKN like a month ago, I want to say now. Because it wasn't the last one. I missed the last one. I was so inspired that I ended up buying 3 sweaters worth of things from Knit Picks, because I don't know if I like cotton or linen stuff, so I decided I would order from Knit Picks and see if I liked it. And I picked 3 things out of here, and I ordered the yarn for them from Knit Picks. And so I essentially did not use what it called for, because I was like, oh, I want to knit this, and I want to knit this, and I want to knit this. And cost comparatively, I was like, if I don't like this, that's a lot of money to spend on something. So yeah, for the price of one of them, I got 3 of them, and that is pretty awesome. I love stripes. So the 3 that I will be making out of here, I'll show you the yarn when it gets here, you know I will. The Herrera, which is just big and comfy looking, by Pauline Pereira. I like the back. I think it'll be good for like lazy summer days around the house or hanging out. I just think it would work easy. The Nazreen by Lana Joy, or Joss. I'm not, Joss, however you want to say it. This one, which my husband totally did not like, but then I showed him, there's that picture, which isn't the best-selling picture. I'm surprised they went with that one for the cover, or I mean for the main picture, because if you go into the patterns, they have this one, and I like that one better. I think it's more, or maybe it's just the color. Like, I really don't like the color, but I like the geometricness going on there. And then the last one I decided to make was Riley by Amy Christoffers, and why would anybody be surprised by that? Because I love it. It's very pretty. It's very simple. It's boxy. I'm into flowy and boxy. I do like Tarmac, and I might end up, if I get through those and I really want to do another one for the summer, I might do Tarmac, because I do like the way it's set up. But I also get the feeling that on me it might just look like a giant parachute. Like some of these I'm not a fan of in the slightest. I love this one too though. Laden. I get it. I don't know what I'd do with the purse. Honestly, that's not a purse. That's a joke. It's like a little project bag. It's nothing, like, I don't know what I could carry in that. Like, here's my wallet and some change. What is even the size on that? Like, okay, I love a lot of stuff, and I do enjoy a lot of the things Pom Pom does. The Judoka. Shaped like a traditional bento bag. Okay, I can get that. I can get behind that. I like bento. I make my husband a lot of bento. I can tell you right now, it's pretty small for a bento bag. Oh no, it's 6, you have 3 sizes. Maybe it's just the size they made to show you. So the bottom is either 11, 13 3/4, or 16.5 inches. I could get behind the 16.5 inch one. That I could dig. That I could dig. But why are we making it out of cotton? I don't get it. It's just going to stretch and sag and be weird. I'm questioning the choice on this thing, but whatever. Everything else I'm a fan of, so much so that I went and I ordered stuff. Now, the other thing that's happening is I finally got my yarn in, so I can start dyeing next week, now that this head cold is over. But I have been getting these together, and I figured I should show one. There's going to be, I'm going to try and shoot to have like 10 different ones. Each of these is going to have their own posting because they're all different sizes. But here is one. It's hand-carded Jacob, which I have sectioned out and carded to give you a kind of a gradient. It's Jacob Dorset, sorry. It's a Jacob Dorset cross. And so this one is 3.4 ounces, and they're all going to be different in sizes, but basically you could spin it and apply it in a gradient if you so chose. And so I'm getting these ready for the shop. And that one is a true, like the dark brown to the white, and then some of them are like light white brown to medium light brown to dark light brown, and some, like, so they go all over the place. There's going to be a bunch of different sizes and color ranges, but those are going to be up probably next week. Again, the cold shut me down for a bit. And that's everything I've been up to for the last couple weeks in terms of knitting and things. Probably going to do a floss tube update at the beginning of next week, and then a booktube update as well. But I hope everyone had a great May, and I hope that the summer is not kicking your butt yet. It's starting to get summery. Spring is definitely ending, so it is what it is, right? But I will see you all either next week or the week after. Bye.